Yo, what's up? What's up?
What's going on? How you doing?
Good. Yeah, we did not do this on purpose, having the same hoodie on. I would have taken it off, but this hoodie is way too comfortable, so it's not happening.
It's nice and warm.
Yeah. So we did not match on purpose. But either
In the
way, how you
future, we're gonna have to with our
yeah,
merch.
there you go. With the merch, we'll be good for sure.
What's up? What's up, Richard? What's up, JT? What's up, Matt? What's up,
What's
Daniel?
up, y'all?
My
So
skate world. I see you on Twitch too. I
yeah,
appreciate
let's
you.
go. Y'all, another chapter is upon us. If y'all are watching this on the playback, make sure you like and subscribe. Leave any comments that you have, any questions. If you're watching audibly, also, what is that? Audibly is what? Follow? I actually don't know. We haven't done.
Are you talking about like the podcast and
Yeah,
like the
what is that?
audio? So we're
No,
on
it's a
Apple
rating.
Podcast.
It's a rating, right? Don't they rate it?
Yeah, you can rate it, but that's
Yeah,
on. It's not Audible. It's on Apple Podcasts and
yeah,
Spotify.
yeah,
So I mean, you can subscribe to it too. So we
yeah,
appreciate that.
yeah. We appreciate it. Exactly, Dan. You got to show the invitation off. You know what I
That's
mean?
true.
You have to.
Yours looks so bright. So just so you guys know, I'm out of town, so I don't know how long this podcast is gonna be. I'm using someone's bedroom right now, so bear
Shout
with
out,
me today.
shout out to the commitment. Shout out to the
Yep,
commitment.
I brought my MacBook with me, so um,
Man,
I was
go
gonna
ahead,
I
bro.
was gonna I was gonna say that for your shirt, it looks so bright, vibrant compared to mine. I don't
You
know if
know,
it's the camera quality or
Dale said new
yo
setup. Who this?
new setup. Who did? No, I didn't bring my Orange
You should
Tribe.
have brought at
Mm,
least one, bro. You could have put it in that right corner right over there.
no, I don't.
He's like, no
I
way.
I I I don't trans I mean, I did take 'em to FNCS, but, like, I don't
Yeah.
usually take my stuff with me anywhere. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
so now that Daniel brought it up, what do you think of the new chapter? We can just jump
Oh
into
man.
that.
Okay. So let's get the elephant out the room. The event was trash. And
Okay, so the cinematics were I thought the
amazing.
cinematics were pretty
Yes.
cool. They were amazing.
Yes.
I thought they were movie quality,
Yeah.
right? The graphics are crazy.
Yeah.
Um, the freaking like you said, the event was like 45 minutes. I saw someone comment this, so they were like, "Y'all really gave me 45 minutes to do chores, like
Yeah.
for real."
Yeah.
So I agree with that 100%. It felt like chores. I don't really like to do those challenges, and much less in an event.
Yeah.
That was lame.
Hmm.
Um, and then we couldn't hear each other.
Right.
So I mean, I
Right.
streamed it,
Yeah.
and it got really boring. I couldn't hear
Yeah.
Rob. I couldn't hear anybody. Then everybody got kicked.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the plan was, but whatever it was, I hope they don't do that again.
Yeah, that was I mean, you said it as well. That was the first time that I was legit disappointed. Like, for instance, like the season before that, I wanted more. Like, I
Mhm.
said that I wanted more of the cinematic, but it wasn't bad. This time, the cinematic was still good, but the overall event, yeah, it was
I mean, I'm a big Fortnite fanboy, right? Like, I've
yeah,
never trashed anything they do. I think they do go above and beyond for us,
yeah,
as like gamers, right? And they give
yeah,
us so much. That was like, I don't know. I was expecting more, like even for like the ending of a season, but that
yeah,
was the ending of a chapter. They
yeah,
made a whole new chapter, so it was
yeah.
like I would have
Now,
been fine if they did a 5 minute of the trailer and that's all
yeah,
we got. I've been all right. Oh,
100%.
that's cool.
Hmm.
The 45 minutes, I was like, I don't know what that was about.
Now, this this also goes back to, like, it's probably more than a couple episodes now. Remember when I said I was like, it's not that we need more, but I feel like it's just not enough.
Mhm.
I thought I meant that before. Now I really mean that. Like, it's like I don't expect them to do more because, like we were talking about before we got on, it's a lot that they're doing.
Yeah.
But cinematically, push that up to 5 minutes, like you just said, 5 minutes, maybe even 7 minutes, whatever you want to do, short film, and you can integrate those things because I think that it was really to show Creative 2.0 and Unreal Engine 5.1. I think that's the reason it was more than
Mhm.
anything. But I think the execution was just a little weird. Now, when we get into the gameplay, that's gonna be a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, that's a whole nother
Yeah,
conversation. Um, I mean, we can jump to that. I'm glad JT started playing. That's awesome.
yeah.
Um,
Shout out to that.
yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
Love
I
it.
like the island.
Yeah.
I like the perks. I wasn't sure how
Hmm.
I would think about perks. I
Hmm.
like them. I like them
The
a lot.
augments. Yep.
Yeah, the augments. I've got them all unlocked so far. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping we haven't gotten the pump back,
Right.
right? But I'm hoping that later in the season that they
Mhm.
add a perk that has the pump, because they added a perk that
That's
has a combat shotgun,
yeah,
so why can't
yeah,
they have, like, pump specialist or something, you know?
yeah.
Um, the name's still being worked on, you know,
Yeah,
but
right, right,
you feel me. So,
right.
we that's what I want, but
Mhm.
besides that, the shotguns aren't I mean, the thunder shotgun's not horrible,
No, it's
and then
tolerable. It's
and then
tolerable.
I actually rock the pistol as my SMG,
That thing,
and
and
it's nasty.
it got bumped too.
It got bumped up today,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, today, yeah.
It got beefed up. I couldn't believe it. I was looking at it, both the thunder shotgun and the pistol got beefed up, and
Mhm.
I used both of those, so
Yeah,
I was happy. Um,
yeah.
I don't know what it's gonna be like in, like, comp, like, I don't know if they can get rid of the hammer, 'cause
S
the hammer, like,
you
the
can
transition when you're moving with the hammer, it's so clean, it's so fun, the
yeah.
movement's crazy.
Yeah, and I guess with it being duels this season, the hammer, you're gonna have to really be strategic because, you know, it's great movement, but it gets a little wild, and especially if it's like 50 plus in the eighth circle or the sixth circle, it can get interesting real quick. So I cannot wait to see the hammer in comps if they keep it in comps, and it looks like
Mhm,
they are. It looks like they're gonna they pushed back the first major event to the 18th. So
mhm.
so the Tuesday update can come into play. So it seems like they're keeping it in. They're just making sure it's kind of buttoned up before they do that.
Yeah, I was talking with, like, some people don't like the hammer, like, they
Hmm.
think it's too OP. The new update did I think it removed the damage through builds because people
Yeah.
were getting hurt through builds, so I
Hmm.
think they changed that. That happened to me a couple of times.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I just like the movement of it. It was just pretty creative, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, and then even like the hammer down and then being able to put the wall up and immediately edit, that is beautifully made. That was this is the first time that I started the season off strictly arena. Like I've only played one pub game. Like I usually play pubs for like the first week just to get used to a map in the beginning. But this is the
Mhm.
first time I started off strictly with arena, especially because now that there's late game back, it's just too much fun right there with those two. I've been in
I
my
haven't
glory
played
for
late
sure.
game.
Yeah, late game has been
I've been
lit.
playing pubs. I've been playing
Yeah,
pubs a lot, and I hardly ever play pubs,
yeah,
so I've just been getting crowns and doing that, and
yeah. That's fun. Yeah,
I've just been having fun with it, to be
yeah,
honest, like, it's the
yeah.
most fun I've had in a while. Skills, yeah, I'll add you, I don't think I could remember your screen name when you had
Oh
told
yeah,
me.
what's up, skills?
I don't know if you know, I changed my name back to my old name, which is Chasing,
Hmm.
so, and I can actually put that in.
So I think that works. Just in case you piece control somebody, they don't go to the website and leave a bad review. I
Yeah, right?
think so, yo, screw this website.
So when I get back home, I'll try to add you if I remember. If I don't remember, hop on next Friday, and I can do it then, but hopefully I'll remember. I'll come back and
Daniel,
look.
Daniel, yeah. For the zero build players, that's what this map was built for. To accommodate that. And me, I only play builds, but I definitely seen a lot of zero build players enjoying the map, and they said it's a lot better because you have a lot more to hide behind. It's a little bit smaller, so I'm glad that they accommodated that because either way, you're going to be good with builds. So I'm glad that that happened.
Yeah, I've just never been like a zero build player, but I do think
Mhm.
this island's better suited for it.
Yeah,
Um, Especially with the hammer.
yeah,
I mean, the hammer you can like do like get anywhere, and like you
hmm,
have the bow specialist. I
yeah,
think those kinds of tools are necessary for zero build on a
hmm,
Fortnite. That means that they don't have to limit the island.
right.
Um, One of the things we didn't get was like the first person view.
Which is probably
That
coming,
was
but yeah.
that was rumored, so I don't know. I don't know where that's gonna come or if that's still coming or not. I guess we'll see.
So this feels obviously a lot better, but this feels kind of the way chapter 2 beginning was, where
Mhm.
the event wasn't what we thought it was going to be. People are kind of down and out about that, but the gameplay is fun. And then that season 2 is probably going to be that major jump. I think this is the Christmas season. So the Christmas season and the Halloween season speaks for itself. That plays it out by itself. Going into that new year, I think that I believe we're really going to have first person by then. We'll have creative 2.0. I think the transition is happening at least at the end of this season or in the
Mhm.
middle for sure.
That makes sense that first person comes with Creative 2.0, maybe they add that functionality in there with that build, maybe.
Mhm.
That would make sense to me.
Yeah.
I do wanna talk about something that you called, and you called it
Mhm.
on the channel, like, 2
Mhm.
weeks ago. You
Mhm.
said Mr. Beast is the
Mr.
next
Beast.
icon skin to come
Yeah.
in. Did
Yeah.
you expect it to come in within 2 weeks?
No, no. I was thinking that they, with it being at the FNCS Invitational, I was like, okay, maybe they're just seeing how people feel about it, and it'll be like next season or something. I did not
Mhm.
expect in the beginning of the season we'll see it in the event or anything like that. I'm excited about that for sure.
Yeah,
And
that was crazy. When I saw him on screen, I was like, "He called it. He called it. It
yeah,
was Mr. Beast."
and I was worried. What I
And
was worried about, I didn't want him to be in the battle pass because I was like, then
yeah.
they can't build up the Mr. Beast esque moments, and I think that's what they're gonna do. So if they do that as well, I think this is gonna be they're gonna knock it out the
And
park.
I already know, I mean, because it fits so well, because you already do challenges in game. So I'm pretty sure what they're gonna do is, you know how you always get gifts on Christmas? You get free skins and stuff like that? It's gonna be the Mr. Beast skin giving those gifts. So, like, you're
That's
probably gonna go
interesting.
find, like, a cabin somewhere, there's gonna be Mr. Beast, and he's gonna be, like, giving you your gifts or whatever. Or if there's, like, a new loading screen,
Yeah,
like, I guarantee you, like, you go to that option, it'll be Mr. Beast or something, he'll be
yeah,
have gifts that you have to do. He'll probably give you challenges to go and do them,
that's
just like
interesting.
he
I like
does,
that. I like that.
you know? I bet you they do something like that. I mean, it would make
It's
so much sense.
because they said all of those leaks, like obviously the Hawk is coming out. The streamers got it already, but I think it's coming out, and then Mr. Beast, and then I forgot what the other one was. The anime, I think, it was one.
Oh,
It was a
it's
what
My
one?
Hero Academia
Okay,
that's
that
coming
one.
out.
Yeah,
Yep,
so
and
those
so I
three
think
are coming out in December.
It's All Might and, no, I forget that kid's name.
I
The
know
kid in the
nothing about
green.
that, so I couldn't even.
I've watched it before.
Okay,
It's not my favorite. It's okay. It's not my favorite. I still want One Piece. If they do an anime again, they need to do One Piece.
yeah.
Um, so I'm not gonna buy a single. Yeah, Deku. There you go, JT.
It seems like on the anime side, Fortnite understands the importance of it rivaling along the sides of Marvel, DC, Star Wars. Like anime has to come out as frequent because of the community base
I mean,
that
the culture
is
has switched because
is
anime is super popular now. It's
mhm.
switched to that, and then which is surprising because growing up, anime wasn't
I
popular.
If you look at any pro Fortnite player that does not have their profile picture as themselves or as their logo, it's an anime character. Every
Mhm.
single one, like every single one is that case. So you got it on the pro side, and then you have it on the casual community side. You have to keep doing it. It has to be in rotation at all times, pretty much.
Yeah, and I'm down with it because I myself enjoy anime. I know not
Yeah,
everyone does, but it
yeah.
does work well within Fortnite. Yeah, you have to admit, like, a lot of them do work well,
And they
surprisingly.
haven't they haven't dropped the ball on one anime skin, period. Like they've done well, even on their own original ones. They look very good. What did you think about the battle pass? Now that we're talking about skins,
So
anything
battle
stand out to
pass
you?
wise, um, for me, I thought it was a decent battle pass.
Hmm.
It's not one that I'm huge on. Like,
Yeah.
of course, I want Geno,
Yes.
which I'm
Yeah.
glad to see
The
Geno.
ageless.
Yeah, and I mean, I like the anime skin in that one. I thought that one's pretty cool. I'm not gonna wear it probably
Yeah.
because I wear like sweaty skins. The one that I'm
Hmm.
looking for is the baseball chick.
Hmm.
I want her with the pink hair, her pink haired version. But yeah, all the skins are pretty decent. I liked it. I think it was a good battle pass. I don't think it was trash or anything like that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are gonna like it because
Yeah.
especially with like the male skins, they did good.
Yeah.
I just don't wear those, but they did good on those.
That tier one skin is fire, bro. I forgot the name of her. That tier one skin,
Hmm.
they all have tattoos, but the chick with the tattoos,
Yeah,
that
that one's
that
pretty good.
that one is that one. But not only that, that one is being worn. Then that one is gonna be the most popular, and I actually thought it was gonna be the baseball one, which they'll
Well,
probably rival. They'll probably be close, but it's
it's hard to
definitely
tell because
crazy.
it's so hard to get the baseball one so far. It's so high up there for some
That's
reason.
true. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good
I
point.
haven't even gotten her yet,
You kind of
and
have
I've
to
been
wait
playing a
it
lot.
out.
It's been 5
Yeah,
days, so most people do not have her.
yeah,
99% of people don't have her.
probably yeah,
Um,
probably
so
the 99.5.
so
Yeah,
it's kinda hard to compare them right now.
that's
You have
true.
to wait till later. Um, but yeah, the battle pass was good. I like that they did a combination. They went back to the old style where it's like you can see them in a line,
I love it.
but you still can choose.
Yeah, I love it.
So, I mean, that's cool. Because I kinda like that being able to just slide through them.
Hmm.
It's kinda nostalgic for me.
Yeah. Yes, Daniel. I'm glad you brought that up. That was crazy.
Um, just for the podcast, Daniel's talking about he was asking about the Game Awards,
Yeah.
and he was saying that Fortnite lost twice. So Fortnite was nominated for two
Mm-hmm.
of the awards for the game shows,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
lost both to the same game.
But what I thought was funny was the community response. The
Hmm.
community response to that cracked me up, especially in the Twitter world, because they bash the game all the time. What did y'all expect? Like, it's like if you like if they look at, like, because it was based off, like, the one of the awards was based off around the community, like, in the response, and then somebody was like, maybe I should button up and have a like an actual thought. Like, they're like, if you have a problem with the game, give a full thought and don't just say it's dead or it's over now or A, B, and C.
Hmm.
Like, they're like, give real critiques.
Well, my problem with that one is it wasn't just community; it was also like community and updates.
Ongoing game, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the community one was like community and updates. That's what that
Yeah,
one was, and
yeah,
patches.
yeah.
And nothing beats Fortnite and updates and patches.
Not even close. Like, and I mean, I guess it's still a listen, Fortnite doesn't have a bad taste in just the card community or in the gaming
Hmm.
community, and as in like playing the game. It seems like it has it across the board for some reason.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like anime 10 years ago. It has that
Yeah.
has that effect on people. So like we have time. I feel like we still have time to collect. We still have time to build our collections because people are still crapping on the game, even though even though that it's fun and people don't want to give it a
Oh
chance.
yeah. Yeah.
They've already made their mind up on it. So
Yeah.
once that clears and it's been around and the movies come out, like we said before, I think that's all going to change.
Yeah. For sure. Like, even now, before we cap this off, the graphics, man, the graphics is absolutely beautiful. The way the sun goes up and the sun sets, it's completely different. Like, the location I've been landing at so far is it Splash? I can't remember what it is, Splash Factory or something like that. I can't remember the Slap,
Slap,
Slap.
yeah,
Yeah,
Slap Factory maybe.
whatever it is. Let's go with Slap Factory. I know that's not the name. It's close though.
Yeah,
Um, I go
I
in
have to
this
look it up
one
now.
room. I go in this one room. As soon as I go in there, the sun comes through the window a certain, like, the way
Hmm.
it doesn't like, it's just crazy, bro. It's insane. It's insane.
Yeah, I actually turned my graphics back down because
Yeah,
they were like too
messing
good.
with you. Yeah.
It it's Slappy Shores, by the
Slappy
way.
Shores. There you go.
That's one of my drop spots,
That's
by the
my
way.
that's my main drop spot right now.
So no, I like that drop spot. I've already liked
Yeah.
the map way more, but the graphics are even though I brought my graphics down, they're still better. And like everyone I play with keeps talking about the graphics. Even one of my friends that hasn't played in a while, he came back and he was like, "Oh, these graphics are crazy." So people are enjoying the graphics, I think.
Yeah. I want to check because it's spinning
Oh,
on the. Let me see
JT
something.
says he plays on the Switch, so the graphics he can't really appreciate. Yeah,
Appreciate it.
you're not gonna be able to appreciate on a Switch. I mean, the Switch just has such bad
Yeah.
graphics. That sucks. But I mean, I guess you can look on YouTube and see maybe. I don't know, but on the PC, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what it's like on systems. You have a system, or you play on a computer,
No, I play on the system. Yeah.
and it's
I'm,
great on the
I'm
system.
yeah, I think I'm making that transition next year though.
Oh, for real? You getting a
Don't
PC?
I really don't want to. I'll be honest.
Because you're a Mac guy, right?
I
Okay.
like the comfort of the way I play. Um, but I think it's that time for sure. For sure. I think it's
Daniel,
coming.
Do you play on a Switch also? I mean, how many people play on the Switch? I feel like a lot of people actually play on Fortnite on the Switch, which I think is crazy
Yeah.
because I can't play with those joysticks. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
there's got to be a trick to it. I don't
Yeah,
know how you guys do it.
all my nephews play on it, and and I mean, that's obviously the younger generation, but they don't even think about it. They just be gone. They don't even
Like,
think twice.
why can't we have it for the PSP? Like, they need to make a new
Yo,
PSP.
the PSP was 15 years ahead, maybe 20.
Could you? I mean, I still think if they remade the PSP today, like so
Mhm.
you could play stuff like that, it'd be amazing.
Bro,
Oh,
I
so is
was
there? Oh, there's better controllers for it. Okay, that makes sense.
oh, okay. That makes sense. That does make sense.
I can't use
I
those little analog. My kids use like the regular Switch, and they have like those
mhm.
little analog sticks, and I dread even thinking
I
about that.
I also did something crazy. I told Randy Black Ash about it. I have a pro controller. Like I have a scuff. I actually I actually took, but I took my paddles off.
You have a scuff and you took your paddles off?
I did. I did,
Why?
and I've been playing better. I don't know. It's a mental. I have it. It's a mental thing. I feel like I was hitting a skill gap because remember I just switched my controller last year. So I switched my controller last year when I went to the PS5. I had an Xbox Elite 2, and I was very comfortable with that. I got comfortable, but I took my pads off for a week, and my game has been 10 times better. I just it's just been straight. The only thing I have is my trigger stops right now.
I
Like,
mean, you gotta play with what you like, I guess, you
yeah,
know?
it's not that I won't go back. I just want to see the how I've it's just been better right now. So we'll see how it is a month from now. But
Well,
I
I'm
don't know
worse.
why.
So I have the PS5 scuff, and I'm so much worse than I was.
It's just
It's like
that curve.
it's a bigger controller. I used to have the PS4 scuff,
Mm-hmm.
and so it was like a. I mean, the controller is a lot bigger and wider, and I don't
Yeah.
know if I've just used the PlayStation controllers,
Mm-hmm.
and like it's been so tough for me. I've gotten most of my skill back, but I
Yeah.
still I still feel like I'm
It's still
worse.
like it's something missing. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm still trying to get used to it, but I mean, this is a $200 controller.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep battling it out. I did see that loading screen. JT was asking about the Black Knight holding the
Yeah.
Red Knight's
Yeah.
sword, fighting
Yeah.
the Blue Squire in the loading screen. I mean, loading screens used to be like hints of what's to come, but I feel like now they're more just like creative on whatever the theme
Mm-hmm.
is. There's a lot of knight stuff on the island though. There's castles.
It
Jenna's
is.
wearing a knight stuff. So are we preparing for some kind of knight battle? I don't know.
And that's what I mean. The way I thought the same thing you did. I'm like the loading screens is more. I mean, we can even go. That's funny.
I appreciate that, Dick. I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
yeah. Like that. I thought the same thing you did, Dylan. And only because like you even think about you showed me. I don't know how I missed it. He's one of my favorite artists. But David Nakayama got hired to do a loading screen this season. So dope, and it's in the best. But with all artists being hired for this, it could be anything. But that one seemed a little specific, especially with it seeming like the Ageless, aka Jenna, was leading, and it was a battle going on, and it is night
Mhm.
inspired. So it is a night POI. Well, I guess we have to see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what comes. Some of the other stuff that we were talking about is like we've seen some posts about people complaining about the lore, and I kind of want to just reiterate like if characters fall off, if people disappear, it's because we're not following their story. Fortnite, the game,
Yeah,
is following the
guys, it
story of
lagging
the
on. It's
island.
lagging.
Yeah, yours is lagging. I don't know if mine is lagging. I know
Yeah,
yours is.
yours is like. Yeah, yours on my side.
Okay. Hopefully we're not lagging for you guys. Let us know if we are.
If it's
Um,
too laggy, we'll instead of for just live up, we'll post the local one. The local one is a higher
mhm.
quality if it happens to be that way. So just let us know.
Okay. Yeah, so what I was saying was that when you play the video game, you're
Hmm.
following the island's progression. The
Yeah.
island is the main character. We're following that story. Now,
Mhm.
when the comics come out, we're following it through another point of view,
Right.
right? And that's when we can see those stories and those kinds of things. So
Hmm.
when people start talking about that, it's like just chill. It's like the video game and the comics don't necessarily have to be happening at the same time, nor do they have to be seeing it from the same point of view,
Hmm.
right? I mean, everything should kind of like come together at some point, but
Yeah.
they're all different realities. So like I feel like people should just chill and just enjoy the story as it is.
Yeah.
Um, but you know how it is.
Yeah. It's one of those things where I've been there. I just said last season that I was having some impatient moments, but that was just purely off of excitement. It wasn't more of a critique, if that makes sense. It was just more so what I was expecting to happen. But yeah, people gotta let it kind of ride out. It's okay to be critical because like we said, the event wasn't what we thought it would be. Uh,
Hmm.
but I do believe that they're preparing for a lot. I believe another comic book is coming out soon. Uh, I feel that some things could be done differently for sure, but for the most part, it's just kind of a matter of time and just letting it build out the way they see fit.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. One of the other things I want to talk about real quick is I was stumbling upon this article. I was looking for some news to talk about,
Mm-hmm.
and I found this article said top 10 upcoming trading card games that you should look out for, and like Fortnite's not on there. It says like Magic, it says Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, it says One Piece, the card game. I'm a One Piece fan, but I'm not gonna be buying that probably.
Yeah.
Um, Hearthstone, Marvel Snap, which is like it's like an app.
I
So
seen that. I seen the advertisement for that.
yeah, Disney, Flesh and Blood, Gwent, and Genshin Impact was the other one. So like
Mm-hmm.
they didn't name Fortnite. But then I found another article about a guy who's recently building his collection, and he collects NBA, Fortnite, and Pokemon, and
Mm.
he's built his collection up to $300,000 worth. Oh,
Okay.
and Marvel. So he collects
And
those four things. Marvel, Fortnite Series 1 is what he said.
it's a good balance.
He does Fortnite Series 1, Pokemon, and NBA cards.
That's a
And
pretty
he's
good
invested about
balance.
$300,000. So I thought that was kind of cool. Um, just to see that someone mentioned Fortnite Series 1 in there. And the fact that
Yeah.
they say Series 1, because when was this article written? It was written in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay,
I mean,
that's a good point
Series
there
2 was
too.
already out, maybe even Series 3.
Yeah.
Um, but he was adamant on the Series 1 part of it. So it's just good to see
Yeah.
that the real collectors are seeing this. They are seeing
Mm-hmm.
it, and like the big media is not talking about Fortnite cards still. Um,
Yeah.
just another way why it's like under the radar. That's true. It's not a trading card game, um, but
I
it
guess
is
it would be
trading cards.
yeah, it's non-sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's but yeah, I get what you're saying there, but I don't know. It's just interesting that they leave it off. I don't know how
Mm-hmm.
to I don't know how else you describe it.
Yeah.
Um, it's trading cards, not a trading card game. It's so confusing.
It is. Yeah. It's not a
Like
trade. Yeah. Yeah.
when do you compare them as part of the same category and when don't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I
um,
guess it is tough. I mean, I guess that's the unique part about the Fortnite cards. Is a non-sport. It is just a picture, but that's the nuance of it because it's a lot more behind each one of those things. But yeah, I guess it's not in those categories. It won't end up in that category, so it will always be hard for the outside to compare it, I guess.
and then you sent me a screenshot about Donald Mustard. Did you want to talk about that, or do you want me to read it
Yeah.
off?
Oh yeah, you can read it because I hold on. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, you can read it off.
All right, yeah. So he sent me a tweet from Donald Mustard where Donald Mustard said Fortnite will never be finished, and he put that in quotations. Um,
Hmm.
so like, I'm always trying to like watch what Donald Mustard does because you know how he's just so secretive and he
Yeah.
always like leaves hints. But he says the whole idea is that this is a living, breathing, and he does place in all caps,
Hmm.
which is interesting that he didn't
Hmm.
say like universe or something like that. He said place.
Hmm.
So Fortnite would never be finished. The whole idea is that it's a living, breathing place. So I thought that was interesting. Fortnite is a place. Then he
Hmm.
says, but what you are experiencing today is much closer to our earliest imagined order. And he put imagined order in quotations again than ever
Hmm.
before. Um, he says that said, we are just getting started. So I mean, it's a lot of stuff that he's leaving in there, and the fact that he's calling it a place and then he puts it in all cap
Yeah.
locks. It's really interesting. Like, what is he saying? Like, are there gonna be multiple islands? Like, are we gonna get to the point where
Yeah.
like we're choosing maps?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is the universe gonna
Yeah.
expand? Like right now, the Fortnite
Hmm.
universe is just one island in the middle of space. So at some point, is it gonna
Hmm.
expand to where there's multiple islands or multiple planets? Like, can we see the other planets
Right.
in the universe? Because
Hmm.
theoretically, the aliens came from another planet, right?
That's true. That's true.
So there was a really interesting
It's
tweet, and all the cap locks and all the quotation marks. He's hiding something in there, and like it's just really interesting.
yeah. It- He's good at it. I'll give it to him. He's good at the creative way of hiding the obvious in his tweets and in his banners and in his location. He does very well with that. Like for instance, even leading up to the event, he gave off three different locations, and it was
Hmm.
three different realities over that week. And people kind of, all of us, including myself, we like, okay, he's giving realities again, but nobody tried to look deeper into it because it's so probably in the future that it's not it's not even worth it at this point. Like it's just one of those things that you kind of just
You're gonna
archive
spend
in your
months.
brain. And
You're gonna spend months
yeah,
like
yeah,
trying to
it's like
figure
you
out
just
the
gotta wait
theory.
it out. Hmm.
Stray Kid says he's talking about the metaverse and the wiki phase, and like I agree in some ways. He could be
Hmm.
talking about the game or the metaverse. I mean that's an interesting segue into the other article that you found about Tim
Yeah,
Sweeney. You
yeah,
can cover that one.
yeah. So pretty much the Tim Sweeney, he did. Let me make sure I got the right. Uh, so he did it with, was it Verge? Yes, he did it with the Verge, and we won't cover the whole article because it's extensive. It's more on the Apple and
I'll
Epic
put it
Games
in.
fight and
I'm gonna put it in
lawsuit
the
and all of
comments
those
for you
things.
guys to look at if you want
Yeah,
to. If you want to read about it, I put it in the comments for you.
yeah. But Sweeney has an excerpt in there that says if Fortnite is ever denied access to iPhone, then Epic will lose the metaverse war. And I think that's very interesting because if Tim Sweeney's not backing down from Apple. Like
Mm-mm.
he could have bowed out, he could have just let them take the 30%, but he is very adamant on this and he said he will take this as far as it has to go. Hopefully somebody does it before him. But the fact that he was very specific on the ideal of Epic Games slash Fortnite's metaverse, and that this has to be a certain way. Have something big planned, obviously, and as of right now, as much as I'm an Apple lover, iPhone and Apple was in the way. So Cook, you gotta bow out on this one, man.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, it's kind of greedy of them. I mean, I see both sides of it from like a business point of view.
For sure,
Like they
business
own the
wise,
store.
yeah.
It's been like that forever. Um,
Hmm.
but I mean, I think it's interesting. Like if he's the one who says that Fortnite is forever denied access to iPhone, then Epic will lose the metaverse war, which means they're
Hmm.
really trying hard to win this war. Like they're considering it a
Yeah.
war. You know what I mean? Like this isn't
Hmm.
just something that we're all theorizing, right? Fortnite's so
Yeah.
well positioned for the metaverse, it's crazy. And if that happens, like if they change that, like everyone starts using Fortnite for all sorts of things, like the metaverse,
Hmm.
then that whole idea that Fortnite's for kids is out the window.
It's out. It's gone.
Yeah,
It's
and then
gone.
the stigma's gone, and then we're just gonna get so many more fans. We already have like 300 million players, but I'm just saying it's just gonna keep going up.
Yeah.
And
And,
that kind of
and
goes into that
to add,
lawsuit thing.
that does. It does. And before you go there, though, to
Yeah.
add to what you were saying, if you think about the original rollout of Meta, right? When we
Hmm.
seen Mark Zuckerberg and the animation they use for that,
Mm,
Fortnite's animation is eons past that. So, like you said, like when it comes to the kid game, like you can start building your own character inside of Fortnite's metaverse, right? You would much rather it look like that than what metas look like. I mean, it's not even
yeah.
a conversation about. Not saying that's what will happen, but Fortnite controls Unreal Engine. Epic Games controls Unreal Engine, I should say, and what they have and where they are and how much of ahead they are is no comparison in my eyes.
Well, the other thing that I think benefits it is like giving the tools to the players and making it
Yeah,
open source. Because that's pretty
yeah,
much what Fortnite's doing is making these games open source.
right.
And things like my daughter has Minecraft and like she's trying to get to the point where she can make mods and stuff like that. And she's
Hmm.
asking for my help. And it's so freaking complicated. It's like
Yeah,
everything's a workaround,
yeah.
right? And just to get these crummy graphics on there, and to build these
Hmm.
things. And it's so complicated.
Hmm.
And Fortnite's just creating these beautiful games that are
Yeah,
fun and giving you all the controls in an easy way to do it. So I think that's just going to launch them even further as well. So it's
yeah,
just like they're doing all the right things. They have the engine. They're making it like open source. They're fighting, Apple. They're trying to create this metaverse, and I think they're
yeah.
doing it a much better way. They're not focusing on VR. I think
Right.
that's the problem. Everyone's focusing on VR instead of like the stuff that matters.
That's funny you said that because you didn't even read the article yet, and that's the way it starts off.
Oh, is that
That's
what it
funny.
says?
Yeah, that's funny you said it that way. So when you read it, it's gonna be funny because that's
Yeah, I
pretty
haven't
much
read the
exactly how
article
it
yet,
started
as
off.
he just
Yeah,
sent it to me before we hopped on.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I was thinking that same way. I've been thinking that for a while now.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, because I've never been the biggest fan of VR. I mean, it's kind of cool,
Right.
But like I can play Fortnite and feel like I can do anything in there without being in like a 3D world.
I swear. Okay, so I'll paraphrase it. I don't really have to because Dylan pretty much said what the article said. It's you know, Tim Sweeney was pretty much saying it's too narrow minded for the way not narrow minded, but it's too narrow for the way Fortnite's world is. The way the world is and the interaction and the flow of the game, it doesn't make sense for it. He said if they did get into virtual reality, it would be specifically made for virtual reality. So it would be a segment or a section of Fortnite, the way creative is, the way battle royale, it would be
Hmm.
specifically built for that. But it wouldn't just be like, oh, Fortnite could be battle royale, it can be on the map. It won't be that case. It would be specifically built for VR, and that's so you kind of hit the nail on the head without even reading it.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense to me. I'm tracking that. I
Yeah,
100% agree. The other thing I wanted to get was the someone
yeah,
actually here today. I'm over at my wife's grandparents' house, and someone told me that they saw that there was an article for Fortnite being sued
yeah.
because it's too addicting. That's what these mothers are saying. Three
Right.
mothers have come together and they're suing, saying that it's too addicting. I was reading the article, and this is what we've been saying. But in the
Yeah,
article, even says that surprisingly, more than 60% of the players are over the age of 18.
yeah, yeah.
60%. So we keep talking about these numbers. People saying it's for kids. You play a kid game, but like we keep seeing that 60% or more are
Mm-hmm.
over the age of 18.
Yeah,
Now, I think it says 60% are 18 to 24. So that's not even counting the people our age
yeah.
that are like in our 30s playing,
So
24
and
and above.
yeah, like and to give perspective to what Dylan is saying, like if you look at let's just go back a little bit. When the World Cup happened, right? Booga and Clicks, the two major gamers, both of them were 15 years old. They were 15, 14 years old. Booga was 15, Clicks was 14. All of those followers and their demographic, they were all around that same age as well. They all moved into now they're all turning 18 or are already 18. They're moving into a whole nother age bracket. And now those ones that's like the Cypher PKs and all of those gamers and content creators, they're in our age group now. So 24 to 35. So it's pretty interesting.
I just missed this from JT. He said, any ideas who the Aegis champion reports to? And I haven't been following the in-game like events. I mean, the in-game like talks and stuff. But
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure the Aegis champion isn't that Geno?
Yeah, I believe so. I think it's in a different reality. That's
Because
at
I
least
thought,
that's what I think.
yeah, because when they say ageless, Geno doesn't age.
Right.
Neither does his daughters.
Right.
Like they're super old.
Yeah.
So I think the ageless champion reports, unless like is that being possessive, maybe called ageless, and whoever's a champion for the ageless. If
Hmm.
that's the case, then he reports to Geno. So ageless champion is either Geno or that person reports to Geno.
I
That
give
would that
a
would be that would be my guess.
yeah, so I get where JT. So is there somebody above Geno? Like
No,
who
I don't think so.
you
But
don't think
I
so?
haven't been following. I haven't been following the quest, so I don't know. But I don't
Yeah.
think so. Based on like what I read from the comics, it didn't seem like there's anybody that was going to be. Based on the comics, it was like Geno and the Foundation have been going back and forth for like forever
Hmm.
now.
Hmm.
That's what it seemed like, and I don't think there's someone above them.
Yeah. And I think also I'm trying to I don't know what my camera is focusing on. But also on top of that, I do think that I will say this, okay? I actually would like them to move on from putting the all the Easter eggs in the quest, in the game.
Hmm.
I would like a mid-season cinematic. I would like a mid-season cinematic. I would love that. Um, I'm not saying that there shouldn't be where the story is baked into the quest, but I think it should be more Easter egg than like the whole system of the storyline for that season. If you get what I mean. Like
Yeah,
because neither one of us do it, but there is
yeah.
the community that does. I get that, but if we just had a mid-season where it really gave a good amount of information and you could still have the quest, but it gave maybe the intricacies, even more intricacies, a little bit more deeper into the storyline than just actual
I
storyline.
would.
Like,
So I would like. So if you did the quest, like you get to know the information, and then if they recapped it midway, and then at
right,
the end. That
Yeah,
would be nice for the people who don't do those quests.
yeah.
I think that'd be nice just so you know what the heck's going on.
Hmm.
Because that way you're still following the islands, like moving and adapting. You just get to
Yeah,
see it in like one little go each season.
yeah, for sure. I agree with that 100%.
JT says there's $15 submission for
Yes,
non-sports
it
going on
is.
at PSA.
Hmm.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think I have to put a submission into that one for sure.
What are you submitting? Series
Uh,
3, Series 2, Series 1?
I think I actually am ready to get a couple iProms graded at that price, and
Mm-hmm.
the rest will be Series 3. The rest will be
Series
Series 3.
3 lasers or shards?
Mainly lasers and probably like 5 cracked ice.
Okay,
I'll say,
because
yeah, I'll
so
say about 5.
you're sticking to your laser things, huh?
Yeah, man, nah, I
Mm-hmm.
will like lasers is definitely, yeah, I am definitely sticking to that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but those lasers is definitely strictly PC, but yeah, I'm definitely sticking to that one for sure.
I mean, I've got a bunch. Like I keep talking about Series 3. I think Series 3 hit it out of the
Mhm.
park. Like people keep talking about it, but like I think these skins are like some of these skins are gonna be like hard to find in the future. I feel
Mhm.
like I just like there's some popular skins in Series 3.
It
So like
is.
I have a bunch I want to get graded at some point. Um, I mean $15 is starting to look interesting for it.
Yeah.
Problem is I have like over 100 shards I want to get graded.
Yeah.
Last time I did the math, so it's like I don't know. I mean most
That
of
I
those are
mean,
Kunos, but
you can do a 25 4 submissions at like 25. You could do something like that. That would be interesting. I mean, but spread them
yeah.
maybe, but I guess with this $15 submission, maybe I don't know, it's hard to call. It's hard to call. You definitely should send some in though.
Yeah, yeah, I'm thinking about it, but right now it's just been like instead of like sending stuff in, I've just been looking at Reloaded.
Yeah.
Um, I will say, so three. I've opened up 3 fat pack boxes of Reloaded,
Uh-huh.
and I've only gotten 2 Renegade Raiders, and those both came from one box,
Yeah, I
and they're
swear if
not.
you don't get another 10, bro.
Those are not tens. I'm telling you, I got them. They're not tens. They're
Yo,
not gonna be
that's
tens.
crazy. That's
Um,
crazy.
I might be shooting myself in the foot by selling that 10. Um, went to a really good dude, but
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I thought it might be a little bit easier. I had these fat pack boxes. I was like, I'm gonna find another one. I don't
Yeah.
know. Reloaded is giving me trouble here.
That's
I have
funny.
more to open. I have more to open.
Yeah.
Um, but I started to look at it and try to figure out. So I'm noticing like, so I did give away like the Rocket Ride.
Mhm.
Those kinds of cards pop up way more than some of these base cards.
Very true.
So like
Very true.
Renegade Raider, Black Knight, hard. It's like 300 some base cards, something crazy like that.
Mhm.
So it's if you're looking for like cards like that, like if you look on eBay and like people start posting it Reloaded, I
Yeah.
feel like the hollow pop on Reloaded is gonna
Yeah.
be higher than like I mean they're cool. They're really cool cards. But
Right.
that pop's gonna be higher than the base cards. So like
Mhm.
Renegade Raider, the Gold Midas, I think those are gonna have lower pop
For sure.
for
Well,
Reloaded. I don't know if anybody cares about that. I'm like the only person collecting Reloaded right now, I think. But
yeah.
I
Yeah.
was just throwing that observation out there.
Yeah, that would I mean, I definitely because even me where I tried to do the idiotic thing at one point and buy singles, which yeah, at that time
Hmm.
that was very true even then where you seen a lot more hollows, you didn't see any good condition Renegade Raiders and obviously like I was looking for luck. I was looking for Renegade Raider, Midas, house goals, and the conditions just wasn't there at all.
Yeah, I think Meowscles is a good one.
Mhm.
Gold Midas is a good one,
Mhm.
and Renegade Raider and Jonesy the Recruit. I mean, those are
Mhm.
my 4 picks. I feel like um for like the base card ones.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of what else.
I know people like the Black Knight. It's his second card and it's reloaded. So I don't
Mhm.
know. Like, how do you feel about the Black Knight and reloaded?
I think the Black Knight is simply a good tier option. I don't think it stands where a Midas or Renegade Raider does in that set. I
Because it
think those
wasn't
are
there first.
right, right. So
Yeah.
I think it's dope. But Brent, let us know when you find out, bro. We looking
Brent
forward to
asks,
it.
let's say, so Brent asks when is Series 4 going to come out? So we'll just say that the cards right now, they say,
Mhm.
2021 on them,
Mhm.
don't they?
Mhm.
And they came out in 2022, like 4 months after the new year.
Yeah.
Um, so if they come out, which we expect them to,
Mhm.
because they were massively successful. Panini bragged about it on their own YouTube show, how successful Series 3 was.
Yeah.
So we expect them to come out again. Um, I would say a similar timeline. I'm hoping March or April, but there's
That'll be beautiful.
no information anywhere.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I'll even take summer, long as it comes out. Like I'm on the just come out. Like don't not come out. That's where I'm at right now. Like I feel a little bit more comfortable that we will see another series compared to the way I felt, let's say 2 months ago. So
Mhm.
I would love if it's March or April for sure.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess I could print it. I don't It's hard to overprint Fortnite except for the base. So, like,
Mhm.
if you're looking at Series 1, legendary base cards could be worth some money in
Mhm.
the future. But then, like, base cards start to go down, down, down the further the series get, right?
Mhm.
Um, but for, like, cracked dice and stuff, it's still gonna be pretty rare.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be, like, crazy prices like Series 1 and Series 2,
Mhm.
but they can still hit pretty decent prices, right? You can probably get, like, a
Yeah.
$500 card, $1,000 card, but who knows? I don't know if they're gonna be hitting, like, depending on how much they print. But because it's so hard to pull the cracked dice, there's so many good skins. It's not like it's not like basketball where, like, there's a limited amount of rookies that actually matter,
Yeah.
and they print out all these different sets of them. There's
Mhm.
only one set, Series 4.
Right.
It's not like there's, like, Immaculate,
Mhm.
Hoops, Prism, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? So, like, I think I saw something as, like, some rookies have 6,000 different rookie cards, like,
Mhm.
different types of rookie cards,
Mhm.
even if you count, like, the different colors and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
like in the numbered and all of that. Yeah.
And then you talk about grading. So, like, and I think they were trying to show, like, Tom Brady only has 160
Right.
different ones.
Right.
And I was like, well, Fortnite, you only have like two different ones.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I don't know. I'm not too worried about the print
I
personally.
and I'll be honest too, like also on top of that, going along with that, this that next series is gonna be it's a lot of major it doesn't even matter if we know what the checklist is yet. Based off of
Mhm.
what's left and what it has came out in the game, there's a lot of major skins slash cards that come out in that set. You know, there is another aura in that system. There is another focus in that system. There's aura slash focus as skin in there. Then you have, the seven that still has to make their way in there. If we have another set like the Frozen set, if we have the Lava set. So the set, what I'm getting at is the way Dylan views Series 3. Series 4 is gonna be just that popping. Like it's gonna be a lot of
Mhm.
great cards in there. And if that's the case, what people collect is gonna be at a either high, even higher mass. But if Panini does overprint, let's say, or print it out the yin yang, it doesn't even matter. Like I do think it's gonna be great. But
I think the
I
demand will be there
yeah,
eventually. Like,
eventually.
if they put out like a pink Ghoul Trooper, I'm going after it. They put out fresh aura, I'm going after that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I mean, I will put it out here. We got 14, like somebody I mean, you go series 2 Aura, series 3 Focus, Surf Witch come out, it's gonna be interesting. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Surf Witch would be
Surf
it would be super interesting.
be this is this family business. We throwing those little nuggets because that's what we did the first time. We threw it out almost a month and some change before that, and then if people went back and followed that, they would have known our take, immediately. So that's just a little nugget right there. It's a good amount of them in there. Me and Dylan just been talking a lot behind the scenes, and we would be excited if a series 4 comes out soon for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be over the moon, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm still liking it. Like, Series 3 is like, I saw boxes. Someone posted boxes the other day. They were $25.
Appreciate you, Daniel. We really do.
Yo, good night, Daniel. Appreciate you stopping by. Um, yeah, no, I mean, I'd be excited. I mean, this Series 3, there's so many cheap boxes. I hope it stays that way. So
Mhm.
then I can just keep buying boxes and building my collection over time.
Yeah.
But I do want to get to this, Papa. I was mainly looking for Renegade Raiders, so I
You
wasn't
was
paying attention
shuffling
to much.
through it. Yeah.
I was like going through it. I got two Renegade Raiders, and I don't think they're tens. They might be eights,
Mm.
maybe nines if I'm
Because what was your
lucky. Maybe one.
perspective? You said, just to get it on paper, I think you already said it before, but you said it seems like the possible average for reloaded could be a 7, right?
Yeah, I do think the average reloaded card is gonna
Mhm.
be a 7 or lower, or the 6 or 7.
That's interesting.
That's the average grade, I think, of a reloaded card straight from the pack.
And this
So
is
if someone says
hey,
like pack fresh, it's gonna be like a 7.
and this is the thing. You're saying that with pure confidence, and where you get the credit is that you did pull off a PSA 10 Renegade Raider. So you're saying with the confidence of it being a 9 or 10, that you could
Hmm.
possibly come out of there with a 6 or 7.
So I had close to 30 Renegade Raiders.
Yeah.
I sent my best 5 in and got 110,
Yeah, that's crazy.
1 9, 1 8, and 1 7, something like that.
Yeah.
Something close to that. And
Yeah.
then so I got some sixes for some other cards too for reloaded.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Now I want to open up more reloaded. I mean, the problem is I think they're going to be rare. The problem
Mhm.
is there going to be a demand, and I can't tell you if there is or not.
Yeah, I think if we look at history repeats itself for the most part.
Hmm.
If we look at the history of collecting, right?
I got Rob his 10. Rob got his
Appreciate it.
Lux 10. I got Rob his Lux 10.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I was
If
so
we
I think I was so happy I got you your 10.
yeah, yeah,
Like I
that
got
was
the Renegade Raider and I got your 10. I was like, yes. The other ones, you saw the other
yeah.
ones of your Luxes. They did not do well, but we
No,
got.
yeah. Well, I mean, it depends how it turns out. It might have did well. You never know. If it ends up being the average, that might be, that looks what it was it a 7, right? Was it a 7 or was it lower?
One of
Okay.
the Luxes is a 7 or lower. I can't remember if it was 6 or 7. I think it was a
Yeah.
7.
Yeah. So that I mean, and on top of that, like that is my hardest thing now. I have pretty much the whole master set. Brazil base and hollow is going to be my hardest task. That's my hardest
Hmm.
task right now. I
Mainly
have a
because people don't post them. I think.
yeah, I have 3 Brazil hollows, and I promise you not, I don't even have to send them in to know that there's 6, maybe a 7.
Well, because they
So,
come in the mega pack and they just throw them in there, like they're all
yeah,
like on top of each other. The hollows.
yeah, yeah. So those will probably be the last. It's not like I'm, running to find it. I have them, search, save, and everything like that. But it's definitely a rough one for sure.
Papa, I would say like if you're
What's up,
into
Kyrie?
Reloaded and you want to
Yeah.
grade it, like if you're into Reloaded, like you like it, like you're not just like chasing money, like but you want to know if you're gonna get return. So I think the best way to get a Renegade Raider, and I sold my PSA 10 for $1,000.
Hmm.
The best way to get that would probably be from a case or from a sealed pack. Um,
Hmm.
and like you can get a sealed case for like 200 some bucks probably
Right.
if you
Right.
look. So I mean, for a chance at like 1,000, I mean, you get a lot of cards for it. And I have
Yeah.
no idea how much product is out there. I have no idea how long product will be available. I'm just saying if you like it, I find it fun to rip looking for the Renegade Raiders personally.
Oh wow, that's crazy, Bob. Put that up there. Yeah. For the people that's listening audibly, he said Magic the Gathering Secret Layer grading is all over the place too. Subs came back with 5s through 10s. Wow.
That's pretty crazy. I haven't sent mine in yet. I've been wanting to send those in. I like those cards a lot. Um, do I do PSA or SGC? I have to check the SGC pricing.
That's
$15 is
crazy.
interesting.
Dale, how did yours do overall? Like what was did you get any 10s where like all of them under 10s? How bad was yours to be honest? And Brent, no, my Lux Crystal Shard is a 9, and then so all my Crystal Shards is a 9. My Italy, my Brazil, and my USA is a 9. I have a 10 USA Hollow, 9 Italy USA Hollow, PSA 9, and then still
Wait,
wait for
wait,
the Brazil.
what?
Yep.
I think what you're talking about for the Lux 10, um, the Lux 10 we're talking about was the one I got him was the reloaded Lux
Oh
10.
yeah, yeah, the
So
reloaded Lux
I
10.
was
Yeah.
talking about reloaded, and like I sent in some Luxes for him, and
Hmm.
one came back at 10, and then the
Yeah,
other one came back like a 7.
yeah.
Um, Yeah, they all came from the same box. I heard that. Is it the centering? I don't know what it is
Yeah.
for the. I heard the centering is tough. I have several boxes of the Magic the
Hmm.
Gathering. I'm gonna send in some. I don't know when yet. I guess I should open up more boxes and look for the best ones. Maybe I'll send in my first 10
Yeah.
and see how they do, and then
Yeah.
open up boxes.
I
I'm
mean,
hoping there's a rare card in someone's Magic the Gathering box. I want someone to open one
yeah.
and tell me if there's a secret numbered card. I doubt it, but
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
Bob, do you think it was the surface? I mean, the surface would have to be pretty bad for a 5 if you don't see it on like the corners or the edges or anything, right? The surface would have to be terrible.
Yeah, Bobby says he can't see why some got fives. He can't even see the blemishes. I have a reloaded card like that. It was a an aura reloaded. They gave that joint a 6, I think,
Hmm.
and I thought I was sending a 10.
Mm.
I mean, I still have it. I don't know what the heck happened.
Hard market wise, I wish we also have to throw out there. Christopher pulled off, yeah, pristine tens on a Ragnarok, and I forgot the other crystal shard.
Pristine 10 what?
BGS
CGC?
pristine, yeah, BGS,
CGS?
yeah,
I
BGS,
think
yeah,
I think CGS is super lenient on their pristines.
yeah. But BGS, he got the BGS.
Oh, you said BGS or
Yeah, it was
CGS? You were
no,
breaking up.
it was BGS. Yeah.
Oh, BGS. Now that's impressive.
Hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Cause who is it? Kari that is it? Kari that likes BGS, or is that King? I'm trying to remember.
Oh, Bob
Somebody
is Bob. Bob
Bob.
is it's a couple people. Bob, I think it was King, and I know who else like it? Oh, and Christopher used to be in here. Christopher likes it as well, obviously.
All right. So when you say bent, do you mean like they're bowing? Because I heard that the Magic the Gathering, the way they do their foil cards, foils bend. They do like this bending thing when they're foil more
Hmm.
than like the non-foil ones. Um, with that said, maybe it makes sense to send those in the grade as early as possible to prevent that.
Yeah.
That might be interesting. Like, don't wait and leave them in boxes. It might be worth just getting mine graded sooner rather than later. Just to like get them sealed, get them into the cases before they start really warping.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if it needs air to warp. I don't know.
Mm.
Kari depends. Kari asks like, what's our opinion on a BGS 10?
I
Um,
love him.
I think it depends on the card, and of course, it always depends on the card. But at the same time, like BGS has been going down. Like, so I can't
That's
talk about the future.
yeah.
Like the past, if we're talking about purely on the past, it's major.
Good point. Hmm.
But PSA and SGC have been moving forward. BGS has been stagnant or falling behind.
Hmm.
Um, so I don't know. I don't know how I feel about.
Because that's a good reason why that's a good point too, is because it was more so the BGS fans that held that not only them, but they made sure that it was held to a certain standard.
Hmm.
A lot of them have moved on, not all of them. We know a good amount of BGS fans that never swayed, but they've definitely haven't helped themselves. Let's say that.
Because I've seen some prices where they compare like a BGS sale versus like a PSA sale,
Hmm.
and it's been like half now, and it used
Yeah.
to be like on par.
Yeah.
It's been pretty crazy. You can't really tell what the market's going to do. It seems like. JT, that's interesting. Yeah, you got to store them at a certain humidity level. Um, yeah, I'm not good with that kind of stuff. I don't know. I just keep them in my office.
That and I agree with Kyrie and Dick. I love BGS slabs. I've always said that it's my favorite slab personally. Can't get enough of it.
Dick says HGA.
He said yeah, he likes HGA. I heard HGA has a good slab, like actual like quality slab. I heard they have a good slab. I don't know
Uh,
about
I don't think I like. I have to look it up real quick. Yeah, let me look.
I don't like the creative custom type stuff. I like it looking a little bit more clean.
Yeah,
And
no,
that yeah.
I don't like the I don't like it when they try to design the label. It looks tacky to me personally. I like the card to be the art.
Hmm.
Um, BGS is super clean. They have like little metal, and like in the card is the art.
Yeah.
SGC same thing, black and white, and the
Mhm.
card is the art. PSA, I just hate their red label, but
Mhm.
it does look very like certified. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Mhm.
Like, it looks like it's, like, putting in categories, it's, like,
Right.
certified. So, like, I get that for PSA.
Mhm.
All the other ones, I think they're trying to find their place in the market,
Mhm.
but it's not the right thing.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I still like the big 3 personally.
yeah, it was I can't remember what is it, GMA? I seen GMA change their slab. Tag, it's a lot. I can't believe how many companies there are now, honestly. Like Tag is another one where Tag gives you like a whole synopsis on
Yeah,
theirs.
tag
Like
that was pretty interesting because like, you
yeah,
can literally read the whole profile
yeah,
about the card, which is pretty cool.
yeah.
I
It's
kinda like that.
it's interesting to say the least. Like when I looked through,
Mhm.
I was very interested while looking through it. So I would be lying
'Cause
if
you
I
see the
said I
picture,
wasn't.
right? And you see
Yeah.
all the data with it.
Hmm.
It's pretty intricate. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna switch. Um,
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay a premium for BGS 10. I don't I don't know. I probably would.
Okay. Put it this
If it
way.
was an Aura, like, if
That's
there was a
there we
BGS 10
go. Yeah.
Aura,
There we go.
right?
Yeah.
And there's a Pop 1, I'm probably paying a premium on that. But the same thing goes
Yeah.
for SGC Pristine,
Right.
for me, not anybody else, it
Like,
seems like, though.
so yeah, so hypothetically speaking, right? I agree with Dylan. Like, if it was a Lux, it's a different conversation. But like, for instance, a card that I'm very interested in now, like a Nogops, right? A Series 1 Nogops. I like that card, but it's not my main or PC card. So I'm not gonna go head over heels to get that in a a pristine or a BGS 10. But it would have to, it's definitely circumstantial.
So then I think that at that point, it's like, which cards is it worth chasing a BGS 10 in?
Yeah.
And it's not every card. You know what I
Now
mean?
that's
You might as well get your
yeah,
PSA 10, right? I
yeah.
mean, I think the big ones, if you have the ability to try to pull that off, if multiple
Mhm.
sit in, maybe that's worthwhile. Like a Black Knight and a Pristine
Right.
is gonna go for a
That's
premium, I
that's
feel
yeah,
like.
that's completely different.
Because then you're working on levels, like, who has the best collection? You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Who has the best Aura collection? This
Yeah.
guy has 7. No, but this guy has the Pristine. It's this
Yeah,
guy,
there you go. Yeah, that's the
you
balance.
know?
It is the balancing
Yeah,
factor for sure.
yeah, so but if it's a nobody skin or it's like some of these other ones that are mildly popular, I don't think it matters as much, personally.
It has to have true collectors behind it
Yeah,
for it to matter in that context because now everybody's not in it for the money, but everybody is chasing the best collecting. And that doesn't always have to do with a financial thing, but sometimes that comes into play. Like you said, it comes into play if you have 7 8 auras, but this person has the pristine, who's the aura collector in that instance. And that kind of will make an aura collector or any other skin collector sweat a little bit.
because I know for a fact that I no longer have the most Aura shards.
Yeah, you got ran up on that.
I know for I could
You
have
got
been at one point in time, I could have been,
yeah,
but that's
yeah,
water under the bridge. I do have 2 PSA 10s, and so I
yeah.
was talking with this other guy that has a good amount of auras, and he's like, I was like, "Dang, you have a sick collection." And then he was like, "Yeah, but you have 2 10s. I don't
Mhm.
know if my like
See,
that. I don't know how that compares. You know what I mean? So I don't
I know
know.
how, but no, neither one of y'all want to listen to me, but I know how.
All right, I'll listen to you. What are you saying?
You have to venture off into series 3. You have 2 10s. That person has the most. You have to go to winner order to expand that out.
Mm,
That's the only because you have to continue on. Think about it. So you have charming aura and you have fresh aura that's left after this. It's
hmm.
gonna be a fight of the ages. Y'all gotta keep going. Is somewhere it's gonna have to divide.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, fresh aura and minty aura. I mean, I'm going off
And
there.
y'all gonna be doing the same thing. So the
Yeah.
only factor is gonna be uh winner hunter.
French toast. What's up, man? Yeah, I still have my monofoil comic. I haven't sold it. I have never tried to really sell it. So I have my monofoil 9.8, and I have the black and white sketch variant still
Yeah,
9.6. Um,
beautiful.
now people have already beaten me in my collection of that. I know people who have some crazy ones. I mean, um, still a little bit jealous of the blue
Yeah,
foil. I
yeah,
need to get me one of those at some point if I can. I don't
yeah,
want all 5. I just
yeah.
want the blue text and a virgin
Mm.
version. You know what I mean? Um, but
Both.
yes, I still have my monofoil. Yeah.
Yeah. That
Um, yeah. Kari
yeah,
says if it's an Aura, Skull Trooper Shard, BGS 10, that would be a premium. Yeah, I think a lot
right.
of stuff like that. So French Toast, there's a black and white foundation comic that was super rare. It was,
I
as
think
far
it's
as we know,
beautiful.
it was only given to the creators. It's on our website at Fortnite. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna put it in the. I'll put it into the thing. Um, FortniteComics.com. I'm gonna put it into the chat for you here in a second. Let me find the actual link to the image.
Yeah, while Dylan's looking for that, Dick said he's tied for the total moisty crystal shards and all four different prints. You competing with Eduardo, you can win that because Eduardo he's very
He's
flexible
a
with that.
set.
Yeah, he'll let
He's
you.
set collecting, right?
Yeah, he'll let you win that one for sure. Like if you really wanted to, and you told him that, and I know you've done business with him, but Eduardo would definitely let you have that for sure. Let you win on that one.
So French Toast. So the black and white, there's a virgin version, a virgin edition. There we go. A virgin edition that has a small change between each version. On the back, it says it was signed by X, Y, or Z. So there's like 4 different versions of that. And then you have the blue text one, which is where it has the words foundation on it in blue.
Yeah,
I have the
yeah,
virgin edition. I'm still looking for a blue text one like JT has. As
yeah.
anybody has one and like they're looking to get rid of it in like I don't know, like a trade or even sell it, hit me up. Because I still want my blue one to go with
Yeah.
my virgin.
Uh,
Um,
JT said my blue foil is CGC right now for in-house signing. I'll be lucky to get back in 6 months.
no,
Uh,
I heard that they're backed up too.
yeah,
I mean, with people sending out all their different
yeah.
comics,
J
I'm not
J
surprised.
JT, this is the real question though. When are you gonna come on and show your collection? Like that's the real
Uh,
question. And you
I'd
know,
like to see JT's collection.
and
Yeah,
if you don't want to do the face cam, you can do the hand cam. You know what I
the
mean? But
hand
we
cam.
we we have to see that collection for sure, man. You have a great one. But JT's collection, it's a lot of great collections out there. Me and Dylan are going to do our diligence to get all of those collections seen. So can't wait for that. Next year should be fun. Been seeing
I should put a better picture on the website. I think I've seen it. I think it's the text is foil, but I haven't seen it in person.
yeah.
I know somebody who sent me a picture, and I could look on my phone. Um, I think it's not like so the black and white paper is just paper. I think it would just
Mhm.
be the text if it isn't foil. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Um, and when you say similar to monofoil, it's not the same comic. It's the foundation comic.
Yeah.
JT, you have something.
Yeah.
Wait. I know
Okay.
you have Papa. You have Papa's message on the board here,
I
but
know, I
JT,
know, I know.
all right,
JT,
go ahead.
okay, JT. We have a way around that. We'll talk, JT. We can work around that. Sure.
No,
I
I don't
know.
forget all that. Forget coming on the show. What do you got? I gotta
That's
know. What's
that's
so
what I'm
rare? I
saying.
won't
That's
blow
what
up
I'm
this spot.
saying.
I won't blow it up. I won't tell
Yeah.
nobody. Um,
My goodness.
I gotta know now. You have something so. I have something so rare. Y'all know what I have. I have the that cover. Now that I don't even know if anybody wants it, but it's rare and I like
No,
it.
but no, that's more. That's a good cover. It's a great
My
artist. That's
sister's artwork. You know.
yeah.
I still have to get that framed. Man, you got something so rare. Now I want to know what it is. All right, let me see. Papa says being seen a lot of Italy Series 1 megas listed on eBay with the worst plastic wrap job, but others look so clean. Is there known quality issues with that, or are there some eBay listings sketchy? Okay, Papa, I don't know how long you've been following. I'm gonna go through a quick summary. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Series 1 came out, then Series 1 Italy came out, and then people were buying that. Prices were going up, and then a whole bunch more hit the market, and uh, Panini Italy said that they went to all the stores and pulled back the product so they could sell on their website again.
Yeah.
But everyone else, and then they said they opened the packaging to make sure the shards were still there, and then they repacked it, but they didn't have the right type of seal, so they're
Mm-hmm.
all messed up. So people considered the packaging that's all messed up to be a second print. This is not confirmed. This is a theory that people think that Series 1 Italy got a second print, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why there's a whole bunch on eBay. That's the theory. Um, I'm not giving any facts or anything like that. None of that is confirmed.
Yeah.
That's just a lot of people speculating, and for good reason. There's lots of like questions up in the air for the Italy. It's also international, so it's kind of hard for us to track.
Yeah.
So take that with what you want. The messed up plastic could be a second printing.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's quality. Actually, I think the quality is better on the cards. I think for the second printing because
Mm.
there's no more Italy corners. I think they fixed the Italy corners. Was that correct? Or is that a theory that they fixed the Italy corners on the second printing? Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know too much about it. It's just there's just a lot of questions going around about those.
JT is really messing with us right now with this, man.
JT says, people want to know what JT has. He says
Yeah.
legally it's not an issue, but he said he may get some hate from people because of how he acquired it. That's all he can say for now. Matter of
What?
respect, it's your
Yeah.
collection.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
feel
Yeah.
pressured
No.
to say it live. Just message me privately.
There you go. That's exactly how add us in the group chat, bro.
All right,
That's funny.
why do I have to walk? I'm not walking back my Autumn Queen take. Okay, my Autumn Queen take was purely on the fact that no one plays with that skin. All right, that's it. That's my only take on that skin, and that it was getting blown out of proportion at the time. So if something changes in the story, I mean that's fine. But I still stand by my comment from when I made it. I'm
Yeah.
sticking to that.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. I mean, if things change, if the Knights come out, if Autumn Queen comes out, I still don't think she's gonna like. She should never have been where she was price wise. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That
I had to tell people. That's what this show's for. I had to tell people like
yeah.
Autumn Queen is not a $2,000 card.
No,
I
not
don't
at
want
all.
people like I don't want people like losing the bag on it or anything. That I feel
Yeah.
bad, but
Yeah,
I had
that
to be
was
honest about it.
no, that's for sure. When it come to Kyrie with the knights, our key characters, yeah, that it seems like that could legit end up being a thing. Uh I'm with it. I'm with it. I would love to see Blue Squire, Black Knight, obviously Red Knight, Royal Knight, all of them come back around in some way. That'd be dope for sure.
And like I like this Autumn Queen. If
That's
you guys like Autumn Queen, go for it. There's gonna be people who wear Autumn Queen. They're gonna want that card. My
yeah,
only point was that it's not the most sought after skin. It's not a huge. It doesn't have a huge fan base. It's not worn barely at all. If you like the card, you should collect it. You should. It could be worth whatever people want to pay for it. I
yeah,
was just telling a new person coming into the thing. They said, "What should I do with Autumn Queen?" And 30 people say it's such a good card. You should
yeah,
get
yeah,
it. Hold on it. Don't
yeah,
sell it. When it was selling for like $2,000, I just gave my honest opinion.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm just saying, if you like the card, you should get it. That's fine. I just was trying to give people,
Keep
hey, look,
it.
it's not super popular.
Yeah, that's I
You know what I
mean,
mean?
at that in the specific time that Dylan was talking about, people were very uneducated on
Hmm.
the way the game worked and how things could because Dylan wasn't coming from a collector standpoint or what should be in somebody's PC. It was based off the questions that was being asked and it had to be said for sure.
Yeah, because one guy came in there and he was asking for honest opinions,
Yeah.
and he got a whole bunch of. It was basically a circle jerk,
Hmm.
and like everyone's like, "Oh yeah, this card's to the moon. Yeah, you should keep this card." No one was giving him like an honest feedback, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Look, man, it's not a great skin. It's not that popular. I'm sorry if that hurt some people's feelings, stuff like that. That's all I was saying." Um, I was saying I would sell it if it was me. I don't like the skin. If you like it, keep it, but don't just keep it because you think it's gonna make you a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, because I mean
That's what I was saying. I or
that
don't go spend $2,000 on this card.
right.
Like someone go out and spend $2,000 on a card hoping that it's gonna be the next Black Knight when
Yeah,
it's
because
definitely not.
because like for instance, when it's based off aesthetic, because I do agree, it is a great looking card. Like aesthetically, Deadfire is one of the best looking cards in Series One. That means nothing to where it ranks in anything. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's just personally to me, it is one of the best looking cards. But when it comes to the whole look of the way the cards fall and where the chips land, that it just has no factor in that.
Yeah, when I saw her, like, in the thousands, I was like, "Guys, come on.
Yeah,
Y'all gotta be careful here." Like, I just didn't want people, like, a whole bunch of, like, unuseful information and getting caught up.
yeah,
So I just gave my opinion, and that's all it is an opinion.
yeah.
I could be wrong. It's my opinion.
Dylan
That's
might
all
still
it
have a
is.
couple burn marks on his face for how he got fried up in there, but he's all right now.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
You know,
I'm good. Just
man.
an opinion.
Oh, French
Man,
toast.
French
French
toast.
toast.
Okay,
This was
okay,
this
I
was
see you.
so I'm glad that he brought this up because Dylan, I don't know if you paid attention to this. I don't know if you noticed this as well. Chaos Agent has always been in the sweat skin category. It may not have been as
Mhm.
high as some of the ones we talk about, but
He's top
he's
tier sweat
going
skin for male skins.
and he's climbing a little, he's going up even more. Like he's actually becoming more popular on that arena creative finance
Mhm.
map side. Like I've been seeing him consistently. Chaos Agent is honestly, if we are doing a top 100 list, but when we do that, Chaos
He's on
Agent is
there.
going to be he's going to be very interesting because he's going to be higher than a lot of people think. Uh, I love that card. Still have to get a cracked dice to him. Yeah, Chaos Agent. He's definitely a dope one. Even in
I
series
do
three when it
own
comes to double agent.
I do own a USA SGC 9 Chaos Agent.
Hmm.
So I am a fan of him. I only have one, I believe.
Yeah,
Um, I am a fan of Chaos Agent. People know I am.
yeah,
I've talked about it before.
yeah.
Um, he has lore. He's a sweet looking card. Multiple skins. And he's sweaty. Played with a good amount. He kind of hits like every box for me. Um, yeah,
And
Chaos Agent is pretty good.
and on top of that, where there's a Midas, there's a chaos. So so
Yeah,
that's
there
the
you
win.
go.
You know, that's when if Midas when Midas comes back, chaos will be there. I mean, obviously that could change, but the
Kari is
stories
on
are
his Autumn
connected.
Queen. Kari says there's an Autumn Queen
Oh yeah,
biome
yeah.
going on.
Kari said he's gonna bring this to your table, bro.
No, I mean, yo, go for it. I hope you prove me wrong and like it becomes the card for you guys. I just don't see it happening personally.
But also, I'm not trying to knock Autumn Queen, but there's an Autumn skin that's better than that. You know the one that has the Autumn pants. It's like it's technically, and she has the cap on. I'll go to you after this. But
Okay.
when it comes to skins, that one is a dope one. If we talk about Autumn skins, but
Yeah,
the
I
card is
mean the
dope. But
night lore from the
that's where
map
it ends to
coming
me.
back. So like with all the night stuff that's coming back, I mean the Black Knight is looking a lot more interesting to me. Same as the
Hmm.
Blue Squire, and I got rid of my Blue Squire. I don't have one anymore.
Hmm.
So I mean that's good for those Black Knight holders. I mean he's
Yeah,
already OG as it gets, but
that
like
was
if they bring
cemented.
that back again, I
Hmm.
mean, that's pretty crazy.
and and it's kind of it will do pretty much what it did for Renegade. The only difference is Renegade is technically only loaded. So that's where a lot of the opportunity is, like the opportunity that Dylan is playing with at this time. When it come to Black Knight, him ending up in storyline will do wonders for him. I mean, it will only do great things, even if it's a small piece like the Ice King. It'll be great overall.
I mean, in the comics, the Ice King. So like if we want to talk about like where I messed up, it's like the Ice King coming back into the comics. I could not believe it. And they did it so effortlessly and it
Yeah,
was
yeah,
so
yeah,
perfect. So like
yeah.
shout out to all you ice cream holders. I don't still want one
Mhm,
personally,
mhm.
but that was pretty cool that they were able to bring them back into the story like that. I still don't know if it's going to be like major down the line, but that definitely helped. That
Yeah.
definitely helped.
Jack Gordon is a good Dick said Jack Gordon is the best fall autumn Halloween skin. I mean, we have Ghoul Trooper and Skull Trooper, so we gotta relax on that one. But
Yeah, yeah, you got to relax on that one.
but I feel you, Rich. I do like Jack Gordon a lot. I think he's the perfect mix. He's kind of has that sweat slash trolls going for him. So I do like Gordon a lot.
Kari's talking about Autumn Queen some more. Isn't a top 10 skin of season two. I mean, series two. Man, it's
No.
no, I'm not. Never mind. I'm not gonna. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say where I put it. It's not. It's in not my any of my tops. I'm just
No,
gonna say that.
I'll be honest about series two. Series two is flipped on its head. Like honestly, y'all, like even for
There's
me,
ooh.
it's flipped on its head. Like honestly, when we go back to do this, it's just flipped on its head. It's everything, it's nothing of what I even thought, let's say a year ago, is at all.
Well, like our minds are sharp now. We're ready.
Yeah,
We're ready to look into this
yeah,
and dig into this. And there's so many. Like series two, everyone knows what's my favorite except for Aura. Aura and
yeah,
Hush are my two favorites. I do like Zadie. There's a
yeah.
lot I missed
Mm-hmm.
that was like super popular,
Mm-hmm.
just because they're not my favorites, but I know they're
Right.
popular,
Yeah.
right? So looking through that lens, there's a lot of undervalued cards in Series 2, and the
Yeah.
fact that the print run is so much shorter than Series 3. Series 2 print run
Mhm.
appears to be, not confirmed, but appears to be as low as Series 1.
Right. Right.
Um, I mean, shout out to 8 Ball, but I don't know how he got that much money,
Yeah, yeah.
but that's
But
besides the point.
that was off of scarcity. That was strictly off
I
of
mean,
scarcity.
he's a good skin, like, he's a
Yeah.
decent skin, but, like, I was, like, surprised by
Like,
the
yeah,
price.
y'all
But
know
yeah,
how I feel about 8 Ball, but I
yeah.
also realized with searching for 8 Ball, how many 8 Balls there were. And I mean, through that time of me at the time where I was like heavily searching for him, uh I ran into 3 master set collectors. All of them, their last card was 8 Ball. And that's when I knew I was like, "Oh, I'm out this game for a minute." And obviously that changed. Like it was some cards that was in the range that I would pay, but obviously I was focused on other things. But yeah, that's happened with 8 Ball. Um there's a card in series 3 that could possibly happen with as well that I've noticed. It's just one of those things where pull rate definitely comes into play. It just takes a little while to realize.
And, my honest opinion, I think Series 3 prices are coming down some more.
Mhm.
I've been noticing them going down, and I'm biding my time till I get some more of the cards I want. I haven't been
Yeah.
buying. Um, I don't know if it's inflation, I don't know what it is, but I'm just gonna let
Yeah.
them keep going cheaper so I can get all the ones I want. There are some really good skins, guys, in Series
Like
3.
really really like honestly, and even with this like building, we want to build this top 100 list up for sure. Like, we want to build small minimum up. This is not going to just be like the first time there was a good amount of me and Dylan's opinion in the first time we did this. That's not
Mhm.
going to be this way for this top 100 is going to obviously have us in it, but this is going to be facts.
Yeah,
This
we have analytics to back up our top 100 list,
yeah,
guys.
yeah, like this is
We
not going to just
actually
be
have
random.
analytics to
Yeah.
back this up. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be an interesting list. And my analytics support my aura. I'm just letting you guys know.
and my analytics bumped up Lux, so that's
Yeah,
dope. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's dope.
So which I don't care about. And I know you don't either. Like it didn't matter if I mean Aura was at that spot. There's a
Yeah.
lot of there's a lot of great cards that man, the top 100 list is gonna be fun. It's gonna be
Yeah,
fun.
we're gonna get to it. We're gonna do it.
Yeah,
JT says a lot of these Series 2 cracked ice are scarce in PSA 10. People just aren't getting Series 2 graded like that, like
that's
Series
true.
1 and Series 3. But if you look at the heavy hitters, like Aura, like finally hit the numbers, but it's kind of slowed down, and
Mm-hmm.
it's very similar to Series 1. And the
Mm-hmm.
fact that like haven't passed like the Black Knight graded numbers is crazy because a whole bunch of Series 1 got like thrown away.
Mm-hmm.
Like people were ripping and stuff. Like no one was collecting Series 1 in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like I'm pretty sure there's similar print runs. It took forever. It took
Yeah.
over a year for like Targets to sell out of Series 1.
Right.
It took
Right.
over a year. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, it's like they did not increase the print run after that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be very similar. But you're right, people aren't grading them a whole
Mm-hmm.
bunch, but there are some like Ice King gets good money. It
Mm-hmm.
kind of capped off in like the 30 range. Or
Yeah.
gets good money. It's capped off.
It's
So
man, series two is one of those sets where it's gonna be undervalued. I won't even say undervalued. I'll say underrated for a very long time. It just because to Dylan's point that he always brings up, series three checklist is just beautiful. It's masterful. And then series one is the original set, and series two is just that middle child, really. But at any given time, it can be, have its respect that it deserves.
this is true, JT, because
Oh,
I
okay,
get
I
what you're
got
saying.
you, JT.
I get what he's saying now because
Yeah.
yes, like Aura's in the 30, I think, and
Mm-hmm.
Ice King's in like the 30 range, Ice
Uh-huh.
Queen, but everything else is like in the 1 to 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a lot of cards that just weren't graded,
Yeah.
haven't been graded. Um, so that's very true.
I like this. Curry said the Black Knight is him. Yeah, yeah, he is. He is.
Yeah, I mean,
He's him.
I've never been a huge fan of Black Knight either. So, but I do agree he is that card.
Yeah.
Especially if they bring him back, that'll be crazy.
Yeah.
Um, French toast. So yes, Panini put out. They have a whole YouTube show where like they talk about like
Hmm.
products and stuff like that. and when Series 3 released,
We knocked it
they
out the
talked
park.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
He said that it sold out of the Panini website in,
Mhm.
like, 2 minutes,
Yeah.
and they were blown away. Like, they
Mhm.
were, like, so impressed that they got the guy who, like, oversaw the design of it,
Mhm.
and they brought him onto the show to talk about it. They said, like, it blew everyone away because it sold out so fast.
Yeah.
So they did a show on it. They knew it was fast. It sold out. They, like, were surprised by that. So I think that warrants enough for a Series 4.
Yeah,
Um,
and I think the factor is that even if the prices of like let's say mega box and blaster boxes kind of is still at a retail or close to a retail price, they're not staying on shelves. You know what I mean? They may
yeah,
not be able to
they're
be.
not at
Yeah,
Walmart.
they're not on they're not on shelves. So I think Series 3 did what it was supposed to do, and it definitely warrants a Series 4.
I don't know. Did you? I think you froze my end. Yeah, I think that it's easily acceptable for them to do a Series 4. I think they should. I think they see the merit in it. I don't think they care what the resale value is on the third market.
Hmm.
They sold out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The Walmarts,
right,
the Targets, everything sold out super
right.
fast. So they got their money. They don't really care about the third market.
Yeah.
So I mean, they should do a Series 4. And I mean, they did say in their first article when Series 1 was coming out that they plan to release cards to follow up the skins every time they're released. That's what they
Hmm.
said. So let's just hope that their contract with Panini, I mean, their contract with Epic Games is still good.
Hmm.
That's what we have to worry about because
Yeah.
they, someone, I don't know if this isn't confirmed. I haven't like actually seen it. I wasn't a witness, but someone said on the show before that they asked
Hmm.
about game codes in the
Hmm.
cards, and their response was that they have tried, but they've been denied by Epic Games a couple of times.
And
So that's not
and
confirmed, but
yeah,
someone said that here.
yeah, that I
So
mean it. And now that we look
concerning.
at that, like, and even like now, I mean, them game codes, the way Epic Games slash Fortnite operates in those, it has to be done perfectly. And
Hmm.
and maybe it was like, if we do this, we have to have some time to talk about this. It can't just be done nonchalantly. Like we know how Epic Games Fortnite does a collaboration or codes. We know how they do that, and that could have possibly been the case.
They also know the impact because
Right.
they did the codes with the
Hmm.
comics, and I'm
Hmm.
sure they didn't want people going out and getting codes for the cards when they're trying
Yeah.
to sell the comics, right?
Right.
So that could be the reason why.
Hmm.
They didn't want them like clashing.
Hmm.
Um, so I mean, would you rather them not do comics and then put codes on the cards? Like if you only got one or the other, new comics with codes or the cards with codes, which one would
Are
you
are
choose?
you saying no comics at all, or no comics with codes?
I guess I could still do the comics without codes,
If
but
you wanted me to do a hard take,
mhm.
I will. Dang, that's tough. I don't know if I can say I love the comics. But if
Well,
they said
I
they would
say
put,
I want them to keep the codes in the comics because I like the fact that kids are going there and ripping open these comics, reading
yeah,
them, and taking the code.
yeah,
And there's less to collect, you know what I mean? And so, like,
mhm,
the people like us who are actually collecting them
right,
are so far and few between that that kind
hmm,
of means something to me.
yeah,
And I like that the kids are enjoying it. And like the cards, that's gonna blow up.
yeah,
But I don't know.
for
I kind
sure.
of like I like it in the comics. It works.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it would be hard for me. I do like that. That was a good point, and I think it just makes it flow. It brings in new people, new gamers interested in the lore as well, in general. So yeah, I think we got to keep the codes in the comics. I will say I would love for them to roll out the Icon series, and not the celebrities,
Hmm.
but the actual gamers and the content creators. I would
So
love them to
Cypher
roll out the
PK and
Cypher PK,
Allier.
Ninja, Allier, Booga. Booga is not only Cypher PK and Booga are the most worn icon skins. Like they're
Hmm.
actually making waves. So I would love to see that, especially with the FNCS being there. Cypher PK first thing was, yo, this is, we have my skin in game now. So he would love that. He would do a lot of content with that. We know Cypher PK
Which
would.
we talked to Cypher PK and he had no idea about this,
Yeah,
and I feel like he would have to be into it.
right. Yeah.
Uh, I'm getting the notch. I gotta get off, guys.
Yeah.
So this
Hour
was
and 30
fun.
is solid.
Yeah, sorry I
Tell
had to get off early,
tell
but
your fam we
I'm
appreciate
not
them, bro.
home.
Tell your fam we
Um,
appreciate them.
we'll be back on next Friday.
Yeah.
Please like, subscribe. If you're watching the replay, please check out FortniteCards.com for
Yeah.
all your comic and cards needs. I'll
Mhm.
catch you guys later.
Have a good one, y'all.